back to Finding Myself Through Obesity podcast. I am sitting in my backyard, and we live on a really busy street, so you can hear the cars, I'm sure, going down the street here. I'm trying to find a private place that I can record this podcast because I have a couple of kids and my husband in the house, and I just have some thoughts that I wanted to share with you guys today. So you'll have to excuse the background noise. But I was thinking as I was sitting back here, I'm going to be moving to 4 acres of land in about 20 plus days. And I was thinking about how different it's going to be when I'm out there, the sounds that I'm going to hear. And I'm looking forward to being able to record podcasts outside without having all this background noise, because there's something about being outside, being in nature, and I'm looking forward to the quiet. I'm looking forward to meditating out there without the noise. And we're just in the middle of town here in St. George, and it's really busy. And I've loved it here, but I'm excited for something new. My last podcast episode, I was talking about facing the fear of rejection of my parents. And then I listened to the podcast episode before that, where I talked about the untethered soul and how when we get hurt, we want to close, and that we want to stay open, because if we stay open, then we will have better energy. And then here I am. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just shared with you guys that we should stay open. And then the very next episode, I totally closed my heart and I got scared. And you know what? I was just thinking, how funny is that? How funny and cute we are as humans, that we can know something, but then when it happens to us, we forget, because our emotions can be so strong. And the important thing is that I'm aware of it and that I noticed. After that, I tried really hard to stay open, and my parents actually came over the other day and were so sweet and helpful, and I was just reflecting on the fears that I had. And usually things work out if we'll keep our hearts open and we will be just doing our best and showing up as our best, that everything will work out. So I thought that was kind of funny. Like I said earlier, I've been working really hard and my body is really feeling it. I've had some friends come over who've been helping me move, and they can pick up boxes and just move quickly, and just realizing that I really want to have that much energy. I also want to remember that all of these things that I'm experiencing are for me to learn more. And a lot of things have changed since July, since I actually started my, spiritual awakening, and I realized what I was doing and that I was playing this victim. And I feel like I'm stuck, like I haven't moved forward, but I'm realizing how many shifts that are happening in my life right now. And I know that God is working to build something even more beautiful, to build a better foundation for me and my husband, because we want a great foundation for our children to be able to come home and to be able to depend on us. And we have been in survival mode for a long time. And I'm feeling really strongly that all of this weight that I'm carrying on my body, all of this extra fat, is a way for me to hide, a way for me to cover up my heart so I don't feel all the feelings. And I want to challenge myself this week to stay open, to keep pushing myself, to make sure that I'm connecting with myself, and be patient. Be patient with myself, because I have put on an extra 150 pounds, and it is really hard to go from like a squatting position to standing up, and I can still do it. And I had somebody tell me one time that a paralyzed person would love to have my body. And I guess it puts it into perspective that, there's somebody out there that's 600 pounds that would love to be 300 pounds. And this is where I am. And I believe that the answers that I want are going to come as I continue to learn and I continue to grow and I continue to face the fears that have been holding me back. I want to continue to stay open and keep my heart open. I want to continue to stay close to God and to talk to Him and be in tune so that I can hear his promptings. And me feeding my body healthy is a huge piece to being able to connect spiritually. I can feel when I'm numbing out. I can feel when I just want to eat and I'm not paying attention, because it also shuts off that spiritual connection to God and to that higher power. It disconnects me from myself, from my own soul. So I'm going to be working on that. But I wanted to give you guys a little update and let you know I'm still here. I'm plugging along. I'm going to be moving out of this house officially on the last day of June. And then we're going to have a whole new adventure in July at my property. And I'm excited to see how my heart expands and how my relationship develops. And I'm just trusting God right now that he knows what's best for us, and I feel it. I feel that it's the right thing, even though it's going to be a challenge, because we're moving from a 2,000 square foot home to a trailer. That's probably, 400 square feet, if that. I don't even know if it's that. But it's really small. But maybe that's exactly what we want. Maybe that's exactly what we need. I've been thinking about how physically comfortable I've been in this house. But look what it's done to me. To be physically comfortable, I can, lay in bed or lay in the bath, and I can be physically comfortable in this house. There's no stairs for me to have to struggle on. But hasn't helped me physically. When I moved into this house, I probably weighed around 200 pounds or maybe 220. I've put on 100 pounds since I've been in this house. That's 15 years. And so, wow, I just barely realized that. That's okay, because I'm going to learn. All of this happening is for my own experience. And I believe that I'm going to find my way to health. I'm going to find a way to happiness. And then once I become happy, my health will start wanting to turn around. I really believe that. It's not like it's just going to come off, but I'm going to have a desire to live my life more than I have the desire just to eat. And I really believe that's going to happen. Right now, I feel I just have to have faith. I just know it. It's kind of like me moving out into the property. I can't explain it. It doesn't really make sense. I know the feeling I had when I had that prompting, when God whispered to my heart that it's time to move on from this home, and that out to Arizona is where we need to go. So I don't know. I've been working hard, and I'm getting excited about it. I'm nervous, I'm overwhelmed, but I'm also feeling blessed by all the people that have helped me, and to see what is in store in my future, and to see what I can learn and how I can share what I'll be able to share with you guys as I make these shifts from physically comfortable to something that won't be as physically comfortable. And what is that going to teach me? What am I going to learn? Am I going to have more of a motivation to do something about my body if I'm not physically comfortable all the time? A lot of times we don't even notice our bodies until we're in pain. And so we're going to go through this and learn together. And I want you to know, if you're listening and you are struggling with your weight, that you are not alone, that you and I are in this together. And that as I'm learning, I hope that you will recognize the things that I'm learning in my life, and see if maybe you can see where you could learn in your life, be free of this heavy burden that we carry every day in our lives. And even if not, to give us strength to be able to live through it and stay strong and do our best to show up and get strong and be able to carry it around with us without holding us back. All I know is that it is going to be great, because God loves me. And he knows what I'm capable of. He knows that I need to learn how to love myself in this body so that I can share this with other people that are suffering just like I have. Thinking that weight loss is the answer. Thinking that I'd be happy if I just was skinny. I haven't been on social media very much, but I am here. If you message me on my social media, I will eventually get back to you. If you have any questions or you need any support from me, I'm going to be a little bit busy for the next 20 days, but after that, I want to dedicate my time to my family and to myself and to my health. I'm looking forward to it. We'll talk to you guys next week.